I'm excited about this one. Kendéll Lenice for reviews and news. I'm excited to review Harlem on Prime, which premiered December 3rd. It had social media going crazy. People were having Harlem parties. It was bananas. So, of course, your girl had to check it out because, of course, I had to tell you about it if you haven't heard about Harlem. All right, so let's talk about the name first. Many people were like, is this a documentary? What's going on? If you hadn't seen the trailer, they were like, okay, what is Harlem? Because it doesn't sound like it's about four friends who met in college and became besties. So that's number one. But then we see Miss Meagan Good, and we're going to talk about Megan in a moment. But this is brought to us by Tracy Oliver. She has been in this industry for many years, and she's responsible for the movie Girls Trip. Another four-girl situation. Women, black women. Love it. So this stars, as I said, Meagan Good as Camille. That's the biggest face that we know in this movie. Also, we have Grace Buyer. We know her as Boo Boo Kitty on Empire. She plays Quinn. And then we have newcomers. Jerry Johnson, she plays Ty. And then we have Shaniqua Shandai, I think I'm saying that right, and she plays Angie. So you know you always have the wild card, creative. Okay, so the way they set this up is, you know, you have that four friend group, right? So everyone plays their role. So you have the super ambitious one, the doctor, the one who continued their education, and that's Meagan Good's character, Camille. And then you have Grace Byers, who plays Quinn. She's the one that did the corporate thing, but now she wants to start her own business. So you have the entrepreneur. And then, of course, we have the LBGTQ. Don't kill me if I didn't get all the letters right. You have Ty, who's played by Jerry Johnson. So that rounds out the foursome. And the show is surrounded by these four beautiful black women, different shades. Look at them. There's Jerry from left to right. There is Grace, there's Megan, and there is Jerry. So we got Camille, Quinn. Well, let me do it in the order. We have Angie, Quinn, Camille, and Ty. Now, of course, this friendship is in Harlem, New York. So this takes place in Harlem, New York, or like they say, Harlem, USA. So that's the other character. So that's the fifth main character. So it's the day in the life. Come over to part 2. All right, part 2, Harlem on Prime, Amazon Prime, that is. All right, so now we know who the main characters are. Let's talk about some of the faces that we know. Tyler Lepley, he plays Ian, which is Camille's ex-boyfriend. So we find out what happens with that. We have her new love, Sullivan Jones. He's a cutie. He plays Jameson. We have Richard Rashad. Y'all know him from One-on-One as Inez. He plays Sean, Quinn's love interest. And of course, the one and only Whoopi Goldberg. Now, and she plays Professor Pruitt. So there are those are the names that you know or faces that you may have seen, right? Before. Tyler, he's been on Tyler Perry's stuff, who plays Ian. But we see a lot of new, amazing faces that maybe we haven't seen before, or we've seen them on one or two things. So I love the fact that even in the main character, you have Angie, the first one, and you have the end. So the two anchors, Angie and Ty. We've never seen them, at least I haven't, and a lot of people don't know their names. So I love the fact that they mixed people we know and then people we can be introduced to, because sometimes you get tired of seeing the same faces, right? The same stories. And at first, you know, you don't know what you're going to expect in these 10 episodes in this first season. But after that pilot, after it kind of gets everything out of the way and they introduce you, then you start getting into the meat and potatoes of these women, right? And their lives, their personal lives, their family lives, their love lives, and everything that happens within their life. I love the fact that even though this show was entertaining and Megan was funny, you know, a lot of them were funny, But it got to show us things like discrimination with Black women in our health. That was so important. Mothers trying to dictate your career and do what they want you to do. Breaking up and sometimes wondering if you regret it, and starting a new relationship but still having feelings for the old. Identifying with sexuality. A lot of people are dealing with that or pretending to be someone else that you're not. And then the entertainment business, trying to pursue your dreams and how hard that is. And sometimes you don't have no place to live or no food to eat and no money, but you have the passion for your career or your gift. So we see all of that in this 10 episode series in season 1. We also see how to elevate in your career and the roadblocks. And then we see the sisterhood and how women relate to each other and the dynamics of sisterhood. Come over to part 3. Part 3, Harlem on Prime. So I love the fact that this was laid out in New York, because sometimes with these shows, people think that all Black people live in Atlanta. Every show is based in Atlanta. So I love the fact that they brought this on back to Harlem, USA. And we get a chance to see these ladies and all of their vulnerabilities and all of their flaws. I love that, because none of these women are perfect women. Each has their own struggle and balance. And I love this role for Meagan Good, because a lot of times people see her as a sex symbol. I mean, she's a beautiful woman, so even if she's not trying to be, she is. But I love that she's very quirky in this role, like falling, laughing, making jokes. And I love that each one has a distinctive role and character. Even Grace Bryars, who played Boo Boo Kitty in Empire, and we saw her with her short cut, and she was very polished and together, and she's still that way. She comes from money on this, but she also shows, just because I grew up with money, honey, I got some problems. And she's able to reveal herself to her girlfriends. Even with Angie again is the wild card. She's that friend that's going to say it, that's going to do it. They don't care. Even her trying to continue to pursue her goal. And I think that they're supposed to be 30 something. I'm not sure. And then Ty is the one who is gay, and she has a company that she started in this business. So she's very successful also. And to have the layered complexities of these characters, I think it's amazing. But I just got to talk for a minute about the fashion. Let me tell you something. When Meagan Good hit the scene in the scenes, every single outfit, I want to know who styled her. Her clothes are amazing. Every outfit. I cannot think of every outfit, and her hair was beautiful. And the other women look nice too, but Camille's clothes, whoever styled her, when I get to the red carpet and I need an event styled for me, that's who I'm calling, because all of those clothes were amazing. So this show is a definite must-see. You're going to watch the whole series in one sitting, if not two, depending on how busy you are. You're not going to want to miss an episode, and each episode gets better and better. So of course, I give it a thumbs up. I think everybody should watch it, because this series even got men watching it. I don't know if they're watching for the fine women or the storyline. It doesn't matter, because this is a show for everyone. It's a quality show, the writing, the cinematography, and casting. This is Kendell Lenice for Reviews and News. This is Kendell Lenice for Reviews and News. Now, if you catch me and my reviews and news, you know that I did Harlem on Prime, right? This is a special reviews and news, because on all 3 parts, honey, how did I fall down and bump my head? I forgot to mention Jasmine Guy. Now, she's going to have a video of her own, because I didn't include her in the other ones. I'm not sure what was going on, but I'm making it right. So Jasmine Guy is part of this ensemble cast, and she plays Grace Bryars' mom. Now, on some parts of this, she had her hair, when they flash back to 5 years prior, so I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it. Grace had her hair, Quinn had her hair up, half down. I said, she looks like Whitley on A Different World. And Jasmine Guy is playing her mom. Of course, she did an amazing job. She had her little fake Jamaican accent because they're from the islands, man, and the West Indies. And she played her mom, and she was Jamaican, and she was hard on her daughter. She was good when she was working for corporate America, but then when she wanted to start her own business, she says, now you're going to have to depend on us or someone else for money, like I did with your father. Before, she was happy that she was making her own money because she didn't make that decision to do that, and she had to depend on her father. So she wanted, I guess, better for her daughter. So it seemed like she was hard on her daughter. They had a great relationship when she was working for corporate America, but then when she went off on her own to start her boutique, her and her mother had contention. So that dynamic I can relate to and I can understand. But Jasmine Guy, ladies and gentlemen, she is a part of Harlem On Prime. So if these three beautiful ladies and everyone else don't give you a reason to watch Harlem, then something's wrong. Check it out. It's available right now. Definitely had to make an amendment to all the three prior parts. It was a great show, and the way they left us hanging, I know it's about to be a part 2 or season 2, and I can't wait for it. I'm sure we'll probably have to wait till 2022, 2023, but nevertheless, I believe it's coming. So this is Kendell Lenice for reviews and news. Making it right, Jasmine Guy, a legend. Enjoy. Harlem gets a thumbs up. This is Kendell Lenice for reviews and news.